what your market looks like and what the ultimate purchase price or market price will look like. The more certain it is, the more you're able to produce with certainty.
Yes.
Now, that is one aspect. The other aspect is now access to credit. What he's saying is, can you give me money to produce?
Yeah.
Because for you to produce, certain inputs have to go in, and those inputs cost money. Fertilizers, you have to pay labor. So what you need to do is to ensure that for agricultural production to be attractive to financiers, banks and other institutions, then given that banks are driven by management of risk, then we must address the risks that are inherent in an agricultural process.
Okay.
And these are, and mostly they revolve around failure of weather. And unfortunately, most of agriculture is still rain-fed. So we still have the risk that the rains will fail. That's number one. Or that the production, once the harvest comes in, it's not stored properly.
Yeah.
And even as we speak now, even though we store, okay, fine, we will store it properly.
Yeah.
But for me to transfer the 1 bag of maize that I have at National Cereals Produce Board, I cannot transfer it to you here.
Okay.
We both have to go there.
Yes.
I remove it, I give it to you, then you can give it back to them.
Actually, just hold on that thought because we have an Edwin from Makueni. Edwin, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
Good.
What is your question or comment?
My name is Ben, not Edwin. Eh?
Oh, sorry, Ben.
Yes, please. I need a dam liner.
Okay.
Yeah. Hii karatasi ya kutegea maji.
Yes.
So how do I go about it?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Ben, for your question. All right.
Will you get back to me?
Okay. He's still on the line.
So the point I was making was, we do not even have, we're in developed economies whereby we have a warehouse receipt system.
Okay.
Whereby all you'd have to give me is your warehouse receipt, and that receipt has value because it is authenticated and cannot be duplicated. But so that's I'm telling you the whole chain of how you produce, how you process, how you transport, how you store, how you transfer value.
Are you saying it's lengthy?
Yeah, no, it's not lengthy. It has to be efficient. It has to be predictable. Because financial institutions will only get in transactions where they know all the metrics. But the more unknowns there is to that sector, and that's why you see even something like crop insurance become very critical. Because it's saying, because banks, all they're saying is, we're giving you money, are we going to get it back? So if the answer is no, and they cannot do anything about it, they will not. Don't forget, banks are not here to save you.
Yeah.
Banks are here to make money.
Yes.
So they make money, you make money. But at the same time, they have to be safe, to feel safe that if they give you the money, there are safety measures that if X doesn't go right or Y doesn't go right, they have something to hold on to.
It's just like you said, risk management.
Yes.
And Robert, let me get to you. For instance, Ben has asked about the dam liners. Any idea on how you can?
Yes, there are several companies, especially on Mombasa Road. We have agri-irrigation. We also have the Israeli company, Amiran.
Yeah.
You can just contact them. Obviously, you can get their contacts online, and you can get their dam liners. There are several people who are doing dam liners.
Okay.
Yeah.
So dam liner ni ile ya
ile karatasi. Yeah. So we have two types. We have fish liners and the dam liners.
Okay.
Yeah. So it depends on what you have, and then they also come with thickness. We have 0.3 mm. We have 0.5, we have 1 mm. So it depends. Also, the prices vary.
Yeah.
But also have to be careful with the prices, yeah? The prices range, like a 0.3 goes between 150, 130, 150. 0.5 goes to about 200 shillings per meter. And 1 mm goes about 300 shillings per meter squared.
We do have another caller from Kakamega. Good morning, Arunga.
Yeah, good morning. I'm calling from Kakamega. I would like to know the price for 500 fish capacity tank.
500 capacity tank, eh?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Arunga, for that question. Again, goes out to you.
Yeah, that is a full aquaponic. It's called backyard aquaponic kit, yeah? That has the tanks, plus we've constructed it to accommodate the grow bed. Grow bed is where we do the vegetables, and then we also have the plumbing system where the water recirculates. Yeah, the whole system, including the fish, goes to about 150,000 Kenya shillings. Yeah,
okay.
That includes about a month's fish food. We give you plus feed for a month.
All right.
Yes.
So 150,000. We have Geoffrey from Kitale. Geoffrey, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, how are you?
I'm quite fine. What is your question or comment?
My question is, can the experts please explain in summary, how do we get to know how to rear fish, what is involved, and how can someone move on with fish rearing?
All right, Geoffrey, thank you.
I just want to know so that I can start the project.
Asante sana, Geoffrey. Geoffrey wants to know, let's talk about the setup of the whole setup of the fish. I'm sure he's also asking about probably the species.
The species,
yeah. So kindly just answer him in regards to that.
Thank you, Geoffrey. That's a very good question, Geoffrey. What I want to tell you, Geoffrey, the first thing you need to know is fish. You have to understand the fish culture, the type of fish you need. The location, like Kakamega, what is the climate of Kakamega? You cannot bring trout to Kakamega because of the heat there. And also which type of fish. We have different types of fish that can work well with aquaponics, but definitely we are looking at two types, the catfish and the Nile tilapia.
Yeah.
The Nile tilapia is the one that is found in Kisumu.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lake Victoria fish.
I have a feeling that the next caller has a similar question, so let's answer all of them at once.
Yes.
Celestine, good morning.
Hello.
How are you doing, my dear?
I'm fine.
What is your question or comment?
Swali langu ni kuwa mi niko Kwale.
Naam.
Niko na shamba 1.5 hivi, nataka kufuga bata.
Naam.
Yes, na nimejaribu kupata morning. I'm fine.
Celestine?
My comment, I'm very happy about the program.
Yes.
And nanusu babata. Na sijui usaidizi nitaupata kutoka wapi, manake nimejaribu kwa AFC.
Naam.
Yes.
Endelea na kusikia, Celestine. Okay. Asante sana, Celestina. It looks like she has a lot also running in the background. I can hear some kids there. But let's first of all answer the question about the fish. You were saying trout. You can't take trout to Mombasa, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have two types of fish. Likewise, just look at the market, yeah?
Okay.
Kakamega, which type of fish is taken there? Most people there love tilapia fish. So if you're getting into fish farming...
so you have to know people of Kakamega, what they prefer.
And trust me, in Nairobi and Central, people take a lot of catfish. So that's the difference. So if you really want to get into fish farming, first of all, look at your weather, look at your market, look at the infrastructure.
Yes.
Because you can have your fish, but fish it gets spoiled very fast. How fast can you take it to the market? Or do you have facilities to process them?
Yes.
And I'm very happy because the county government of Kakamega is doing a lot in terms of fish production, and the county government can also help in terms of storage and all that. And I believe if you want to get into fish farming, first of all, know the basics.
Yeah.
Elewa kabisa what is needed when it comes to fish farming. Get your market. Fish really goes. You will never miss market whatsoever.
Really?
Yes.
Watu wanakulanga fish?
Watu wanakula samaki.
Okay.
Remember, population is increasing.
Yes.
Every 10 years, population doubles. So Kakamega, if the population is about 20,000, 200,000, should be about 400,000 in the next 10 years.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about the lady who has called about Celestina anauliza maneno ya bata. She has a 1-acre piece of land in Kwale. I don't know if you're an expert in bata, in ducks, but what do you have to say about her question?
Actually, I'll answer her specifically and generally. I think she talks about an acre. I think it's very important to think through the business process. That she thinks is bata, but probably it may not. It may not be. And it all has to do with how well you can plan. And again, what do you want to produce? How easily are the inputs available?
Yeah.
How easy is it for you to move your product from where it is, to process it if it needs process, and if you have the input to process it, and then take it to market? how easy is that process? And then how predictable is your market?
Yeah.
And is that price commensurate with you making money, covering your inputs? And one thing people always forget is they never cost their time. People will only cost their inputs, but your time is also has to be costed in that process.
Yes.
So agribusiness is exactly that. It is a business and must be looked as so.
As a business.
Yes, and so every input must be costed. You cannot have inputs that appear to be free, and it spans across all agricultural sectors, where you'll find the cost of labor is assumed to be free because it's done at a family level.
Yeah.
So the input of the children, and that's never costed.
The cousins and the nephews that come over during the holidays.
And even when the money comes, I don't think they are paid. You see,
actually, come to think of it, I worked for my aunt and I was never paid. Carry on.
And then now there's the finance element. She talked about trying to go. The government I know has an arm called the Agriculture Finance Corporation, which has branches, and I think even has a branch down there, which can actually go into. And I say this deliberately because the agricultural sector is one sector, especially at the SME level, where banks really shy off from.
Yes.
And they shy off for good reason.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of unknowns, especially when it's at a small
We go
scale.
back to the question of risk management.
Yes, risk management. Because again, they're in that business. That they want to give you money that their share is going to come back.
Okay.
But we have a government arm, which also has to go through that process. But they are driven by an extra motive of delivering the agricultural agenda of the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
We take a short break right now, but when we return, the conversation still continues. Remember, you can still reach us on our social media pages at K24TV across all of them. You can also call the numbers on your screen. You can also SMS us on 21222. Tunachukua short break. When we come back, we still continue that conversation of agribusiness. And remember the question that we asked you, what is the best agribusiness for you? Are you a fish farmer? When mtu wa kuweka sungura? Are you doing mushrooms? Kindly let us know and we'll be glad to have that interaction with you. Usiende mbali na sisi.